Welcome back to another live trading session for Thursday 2026. It's pretty interesting day today, 26/02/2026. So all about 2, 6 and 0, everything, right? This is interesting. So 26/02/2026. So you need only 6, 0 and 2, 3 numbers to complete this date. That's interesting. So now progressing towards this probably 27, then you might need one more number, but at the moment we are at this optimistic number possible for this date writing. Now this is also an optimistic day in terms of trading, that you can see the market waiting for potentially big move. Okay, so what is here in the market? Let's look at, first of all, starting with some fundamental. We'll be looking at also the technical. Good morning. Welcome. We do continuously have a successful trading session every single day, almost every single day, not all day. Someday we have also losing trades, but as of a day before the weekend and looking at the calendar, this is in fact pretty big day if you look at here. Good morning. Okay, just matter of 2 hours you'll see that unemployment claims. So ready to claim the unemployment? Okay, let's see that what is coming with that. What it says here, the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. Actual less than forecast is good for currency. Released weekly, usually on the first Thursday after the okay, so jobless claim or initial claim. Now, how we can use or how we can trade the unemployment claims, right? Very simple. We will be waiting for the news breakout. If you have looked at a short video that I have posted earlier, probably you know that, right? So that's a key point if you look at here. We will be looking for the pre-news breakout, and also we'll be looking for the post-news breakout. And before we do anything else, right? Before we do anything else, we have to do something else, and that is the analysis. As again, we will be looking at 3 dimension of the market: technical, fundamental, sentiment. Now probably you have heard of sentiment later, but it's simple. You need nothing to analyze sentiment. Sentiment is easy to analyze. Just to understand that where the fear and greed index, that means that where the emotion is, to understand what the market is experiencing at the moment. That the market doesn't have a life, but the people composed of markets, so they have that emotion. Okay, so first of all, going to the technical, and then fundamental, and then sentiment. Whichever way all of them will be aligning together, we will be looking for trade. So looking at first of all technical. Technically speaking, this is a bull market, right? We are looking at the daily chart and looking at the weekly. All right, so this is the weekly price action. Weekly looks to me significantly bullish here, that I would say. Then bullish than other time frame. Lower time frame we can see some sideway movement. But why weekly time frame showing that significant bullish confluence is because the hammers, right, full of hammer. If you look at 2 long week, there's another one, so it's forming quite a few strong liquidity grab here along the way, right? This is a pin bar, big, there are different names, but bullish hammer, bearish hammer, and then another bullish hammer. All of them has stronger liquidity grab along the way. So with this weekly bullish price action here that you can see of this level, from here, this is a significantly bullish impulse, and it has, if you look at that, liquidity in it, right? Followed by another one here, a big bearish hammer, also forms significant liquidity from the high. And these 2 weekly candlestick pattern are very, very important. It's because the market most likely to be respecting this high and low very much, and because it's an uptrend, we might see the market not stopping at that level but extending beyond. But here this support is so important because it's an uptrend and this is an overextension below that level, and in between this high and low there is almost billions of dollars, right? It's almost 11,700 pip in between this high and low. Now here, if you look at, now we are looking at this zone here. The past week has created another bullish pin bar here. And with that pin bar, if you look at on XAUUSD, there's a move that you can see. And this week, once the market open, we can see there is a big move back to the upside here. Now these 3 are key daily support level that you are looking at in those areas. This is the daily support. There is another daily support. There is another daily support. Back to back 3 important daily support level. And of this important daily support that you are looking at the market to potentially move up of this level. And as the market has shown, there is a important price action that is showing that XAUUSD may, if you look at that, retest and then continue to rise back here to the upside. Weekly perspective, we are bullish, but I think a good area to buy would be if we go weekly perspective, we are bullish, but I think weekly perspective, we are bullish, but I think a good area to buy would be if we go below to retest the week of the last week and close this week as green doji. Trying to begin to understand that point. I'm trying to say, if we go to retest the week from the last week, then close as a green doji. In a weekly time frame, it would be a good area to buy. If we look at the previous weekly week, this is a really, it requires significant move. Now for the market, actually, there are two factors that we need to look at here. Okay, so one is the fundamental, the other one is the technical, as we discussed about the sentiment, right? Now, from the technical, that what we can see here, for me, it's less likely, not certain, but it's less likely to go past 5093. And I think there is a potential for upside here. The market already has created a long wick here in that area, if you look at. And that long wick, okay, so if you look at, this is a long wick, and that long wick had an imbalance in the market, right? So we might see the market to push beyond further rather than breaking below, because here, see the previous weekly pin bar, that was a full body candle close, and it's a full body candle close hammer. And because it's a full body candle close hammer, the chances that the market to eventually break to the upside here, higher chance, higher probability to happen. And therefore, so from the daily, if we look at, this is what we saw the weekly, it needs a really significant amount of breakdown to bring the market down below the weekly low, unless there's very unusual things happen. But I think that the market is, see that this is it is forming a narrow, you see, this is a bullish triangular pattern. So if you look at here, a move that you can see, followed by a very smaller triangle, and usually this is another uptrend like that. And now coming down below is a potential for us to be able to look for buying opportunity here in that market. Now this is a long-term picture. Therefore, in my in my analysis from the technical, there isn't much probability to drop. Now, as we discussed, we need to look at the market from three lenses. Technical is not enough, and then fundamental. Now, fundamentally, gold also showing bullish pattern. If you look at here, there is a chance for a rate cut, right, in the future, so far as we know. So if there is a rate cut, there is still potential for bullish on gold. So it's a simple fundamental prediction which might change over time. Now, looking at the sentiment. Now, sentiment on gold is bullish as well, unless we see that the current, like if we look at the current geopolitical affairs that is contributing to potentially buying on gold. So looking at the news here, so we see that most of the factors, because the market is basically a product of human decision and emotion, right? So anything uncertain happen, straight gold will bounce. Especially gold react to the news. What it said, the geopolitical news a lot. Gold and oil, both of them. How does the oil is performing? We see that there are some side, like from the bigger picture, they still bullish, but you see there is a pullback here. And that being said, on gold, and also this move that you can see, that long doji, both of them were also the reaction to the news. If you look at this, is some of the past movement that I remember when I was trading. If you look at the monthly, I'm bringing that. Come on, there was a big shift happen on gold in a very short period of time, right? If you look at this, is on 2025 is here. Yeah, from here. So this is the year that has the biggest move on gold ever, right? And so why does that biggest move happen in this 1 year time? You see, these are some of the, that's why remember that the best trader are those who has a high level of intellectual curiosity. Not only gold, you can look for any trade, long-term investment. This is the same way to analyze anything that you want to buy, sell, even non-trading instrument. It's all about emotional buying and selling. So if you look at here, 2025 was a big year of buying gold, right? Now, here is the January 2025, started from that, moved here to June 2025 here, and then moved that. Now we are at February 2026, right? So if you look at the trend, it's a non-linear movement. Okay, trend is usually non-linear, and non-linear movement are very different than any other movement. So you'll see that non-linear movement, what other changes are non-linear trend. Another non-linear system is also the climate change. If you look at climate change, is also a non-linear system. So in non-linear system, this is what happened. If you look at, see the rate of change in the so in this, if you look at that, in this 4 months, the rate of change is very small. In the next 4 months, it got abruptly. It's a logarithmically right reasons. This is how the nonlinear system rises. So now it's on a vertical column on gold. And with that vertical column, now we might, what you could see here, a big bounce going to the no area zone, and probably you could see that later, once everything is like, once the market become overly bought, we might see the market to again entirely break down. But at the moment, we can see there is a significant buying pressure here in that market. So therefore, if we look at this area on this here, now I'm coming to the lower time frame. So we found that there is potential for upside. Now here is the lower time frame. Now as we are looking to see that the sentiment is bullish, and we have seen that there is a technical confluence. Therefore, we will be looking for a break of trend line here for us to be able to look for buy. This is the lower time frame trend line. Okay, so you can see some move here in that area, and here is what we are looking at the moment. This is a lower time frame market structure with a long doji, and wanting to see the price to break below here to the support level. And with this, if the market breaks that trend line, here is what we are looking at, that the price to cross this recent support level, and then to give us an entry opportunity here in that market. So I'm ready for any kind of entry coming along the way, as this is where the market is showing up. There is a higher chance for the price to reverse again back to the upside to the major direction of the trend. And this is the daily support level that I have marked out, both the daily support, which is an important zone here that I'm looking at, and with that level on the daily support, looking at the market to show up to give us an entry opportunity here in this market. Are you guys ready for an entry and with proper risk management, of course? And here is where, with a series of high, lower high, the current level of support is in that area. This is the daily support, and also this is the daily low. Breaking below can bring us a short-term bounce of this key support level, and this is, we will be waiting for the market to give us an entry back to the upside here in that market. And I hope you guys are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Here is what we are looking at in this market, to cross that low and then to reverse again back to the upside, and it is now approaching, coming towards an area of imbalance, and the area of imbalance is what we are looking at in this market to give us a possible setup here. Okay, so if you look at this is an area of imbalance, and we are looking at in that market to retest and then to return again back towards the upside here in that market. And the price just crossing the daily low, and the daily high is here. So we are looking at, like yesterday, exactly in the same strategy we applied previous day as well. Should rebound up 5145. Yeah, this is 45. And I think it might even cross back up from 5155. Could be. Let's see that how much it's coming. But I will be interested because it already has, this is a trend line break at the moment. So we look at series of higher low, series of higher low. So there is a break of trend line, and the range is narrow. If you look at the daily high and low, so today's volatility is comparatively less. So breaking below, we might see a quick move and drop again. So far 470 to 500 pip move, that volatility for today. So therefore, coming down here can go a quick move back to the upside and then continue to drop, or maybe changing its trend. So therefore, for us to be able to buy, we have to take a very tight entry really, because there isn't much gap here. All right, so the trend line is now broken, and I'm looking at entry with a pullback with risk management. Absolutely, thanks for that. Yeah, so because the market now out of the trend line, that you can see in that area. Okay, so with that break below here, and this is the daily low, I'm looking to see where, in fact, the market, can we hide the watch list for more chart space? We can, of course you can. Thanks for that. We keep the watch list for some time. We look at other instrument as well. Also trader knows. Okay, so here in this area that you can see the market showing it's getting out here of this level. Okay, it's getting some kind of rejection now. This is the daily low as we discussed. And how much is the gap of the daily low? Is 87 pips. So the market is below the daily support. The question, are you going to see a reversal of this? Now you want to buy off from a zone where you have a very higher chance for a reversal. At the moment, if you look at this is the daily, I'm just marking it out on the, this is the point of the multiple time frame. Okay, here is the market has tested that high, and we can see the price slowly coming for this move back below here, and few long week candlestick pattern could bring that market back to the upside here in that area. Okay, so we see the 30 minutes candle close as well, also the 1 hour, and the 1 hour candlestick close with a bearish price action. Here is still possibility for further move back below here. So I'm still looking at here for a sell entry. Still looking at for a potential sell entry. Okay, here is, yeah, that has managed to break that low, so which is showing that the market trend could remain downside here. Do you think gold want to retest the 5150 level? Yeah, it's in that direction. There is a chance for the market to break that daily. Already it's, if you look at this is the today's low, and there is another daily support. We can mark all of them because the market will have some kind of reaction to those levels, and that's key to look at. If you look at here, and with those areas that you can see, the market may, it's already testing that here. The market structure here is, if we look at only in this area on the 15 minutes, this is in a downtrend. We have seen there is a liquidity sweep here, crossover of both 10 and 20 MA. The market has shown significant downtrend. So here, even it could try to break this low here if the market enough has volume. And we have also news coming later. At the moment, we are looking at in this area for a short-term entry for a possible back up to the daily high. Okay, so here is with this support level, the market has created that movement, and you could see the price to eventually come further lower, and with another doji formation. It's interesting music. I'll change this a little bit. The market structure is still showing that is still downtrend. Okay, we see the bigger red candles, smaller green candles. That is the one sign of how the market showing possible downtrend, unless we see a complete rejection of this lower price here. And we want to enter on a reversal. If you look at the 5 minutes pin bar here, okay, so now there is a 5 minutes back-to-back two narrow green candle. That means doji. If this current 5 minutes candlestick pair not being able to break this low, or not being able to close as a big red candle, which we see there is a drop, in case if it is not being able to break that low, or remaining as a smaller candlestick pattern, we'll be looking for buy. However, if the market is penetrating down further, we can expect lower. And because it's a globally uptrend, we will be looking for entry in the direction of the trend. This is what we will be looking at here, and I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so if you look at here, it's creating a narrow, smaller doji, and that narrow, smaller doji could be that the market could bounce back to the hammer candle in green should take it higher. Yes, this is what we can see, that that the hammer candle on green. This is what that we can see the market is taking it back towards the upside here, right? So. And because it's in an uptrend, we are looking to see the market to eventually crossing that here. And looking at, if you look at the lower time frame, again, break above and then coming down back below, we are looking to see the market to give us that entry back to the upside here in that market. Any news later on? Yes, there is a news coming later. So we were looking at, if you look at the calendar, coming up unemployment claims, which is 1 hour 20 minutes from this time, and that's a major news for this week. If you look at the other than the speech, the previous daily, so we can see the market may have a significant reaction to that, as up with this daily support level, the price may have a reversal back to the upside here in that area. And okay, now this 5 minutes candle, if you look at, this is forming a narrower candlestick, so that is a possibility now that the market may try to create a reversal. If you look at here, yeah, this is where the market is showing there's a possibility for the price to go up again, back above. And here is with a series of high and low. The market from the daily just bounce back above the daily high here, and with this above this daily high, the market may continue to rise here for as you can see, it's slowly creating a reversal. Now to enter, if you looked at the yesterday's move, market is looking to test 5148. Yeah, this is what we and I was waiting for a little deepen, but looks like that in between from that zone, it's creating now a reversal price action. Right. So if it is creating that reversal price action, it is not impossible to see the market to go again back to the daily high 5204 level. Church is in 1 minute, not enough for long. There is George, yeah. So a good question. I would look to go long, but a little thing that you need to look at here, the 4 hour resistance, that because the market, as I mentioned, from the daily, the volatility today so far movement is not very high. So therefore, even the market going up, it may not go a lot. Why? Because this 4 hour candle that you can see, it might range in between this 4 hour high and low. So therefore, for us to get a decent number of pip on a one single move, you want to see that buying from a as deep as possible. Therefore, looking for another pullback. Okay, so it may come for another pullback. And now this is an inverted head and shoulder that you can see, reversal. If that breaks from the structure and then started to move, we will be looking to go long. Yeah, so you can see short term might now potentially coming down. If it comes down, then we will be looking for that move back to the upside here in that market. Here's the movement that you can see the market slowly showing its momentum. Looking for a bullish entry, and we can see the market slowly trying to create that move back below here. And the market structure showing here that still pushing back towards the upside here. So you are looking at still a potential bullish move. From the bigger picture perspective here, you can see the market is showing that uptrend in that area. First price needed to break the list. Yes, so if you look at the 15 minutes, the market, we see that there is now a move here of this. It didn't break that daily low. The market does this all the time. You'll see that there is no certainty that at some point the price will break the support, and sometimes it just left the level and bounce again back. It's because of the, sometime the buyers come in the market even before, like breaking the low. So usually the best buy happens like that. If you look at here, this is a support extended below and then rejected. So there is a higher chance for going up in those cases. But more often also the market will not. You see this one here, it didn't cross that but came out and then moved back to the upside. So that's why the strategy comes in play. See that probably you could see that if you target 10 trades, maybe 5 of them will not even come to your level and will leave you, untriggered and will go back up. So you don't need to trade all of that, right? In a day, if you find 10 trades and 5 of them even didn't trigger, but you have still 5 trade triggered, and then you win, 4 of them, 3 of them, you are well off, right? That's how trading's probability. So now I was waiting for the market to break this little lower, but the buyers are so enthusiastic to go long, it bounced. But still we have along the way entry now. Okay, so you see that it is showing so far uptrend. Now anytime the market is coming to test the low, we are looking at going for this market to give us an entry. So short terms, no, I'm not going to sell at the moment because it's a globally uptrend. So this is why in your study also, I think some of the members ask that if we trade on 1 minute, why should we look at the daily? That's the reason we look at the daily, because this is globally an uptrend. From the daily, it's going up. So, and that's why in 1 minute chart, you won't find any similarities whatsoever about what is happening on the daily. Okay, it's crossing that high here that you can see the market breaking above, and that is where the price slowly moving as you can see, it's maintaining that uptrend. So we saw the market, in fact, after this has shown that bullish move in that direction. And you want to see that there is a breakup structure here. Looking for an entry, and patience is key, as we discussed yesterday as well. In our previous trade, we look for that entry and we look for the key level to look at. Maintaining that uptrend here. For short-term sale, yeah, this is what we are looking at. Now, as this market is, if you look at here, this is the support level. And along the way, again, the market is maintaining that uptrending market structure in that area. And with this uptrend here, the price action showing that the market may continue to rise back here to this level. And okay, so as we discussed with this reversal, it didn't look back and maintain its uptrend. So now for us to be able to look for any entry, we are looking at this market to give us a potential opportunity here in that market. Okay, so we are looking at this market to give us a move here. There is an imbalance. If you look at this, is a bearish fair value gap. Now the market is approaching this bearish fair value gap. All right, so that bearish fair value gap is on the 15 minutes, which is an important area of value, and therefore we are looking to see this candle closing in 2 minutes time. If we see enough confirmation here, we will be looking at going long for this short-term move back to the upside here in that market. Right, so we are looking at the market to give us this entry opportunity as soon as we can see that price action confirmation here in that market. entry in the 15 minutes FBG, that would be great. Thanks. We mean that buy entry for this 50. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Now we need this 15 minutes candle closing, right, in 1 minute time. Now this close, if it goes well above, it's a different story, but after this close, expecting a pullback here. Now we cannot enter before that pullback because the market come even deeper for the pullback. And if this pullback, entirely come down to a breakover structure on the 1 minute, that's where the entry is for us, right? So if you look at here now, this is the 15 minutes close here. After that, you want to see a pullback, and that pullback looking for a potential breakup structure here in that market, and that breakup structure is what we are looking to trade for this upside. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Makes sense to you. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content. So join the Telegram. You can find link below this video for more regular update as well as the education that you can see. Okay, now here is slower movement that you can see. 15 minutes candle closed, and slowly the market now potentially coming for this pullback. And that pullback is now essential for us to be able to look for buy. And we will be also looking to see the news coming in just a matter of, look at here, right? So we are looking to see that it's coming unemployment claims in 1 hour, and that's a major news that coming, and that major news is what we want to trade before or after. But the reaction of this is significant, that you can see of this level. The one we open in our previous live session, similar way, looking for those supports. So some of the supports that are looking to see the market to break below before we look at that entry. on pullback. Now it is for entry. Yes, this is a big move happen from this level. Since you are looking at this 172 pip move, the trend that you can see of this inverted head and shoulder that it formed here, since then now it's maintaining a strong uptrending market structure, and with that uptrend here, that's the market may create a bigger move here in that area. Now it already, if you look at the 10 exponential moving averages, and this for those who are completely new in understanding the moving averages, we are looking at, for me, not only the price action and market structure, I also look at the moving averages for the trend direction. So if you look at here, this is the 20 and this is the 10, both of them exponential moving averages. And if you see that 10 EMA above, 20 EMA below, which is considered as uptrend, not universally but locally, which is an added confluence. And especially if you see the market is trading above 10 EMA, which is a, the fast EMA, the momentum is high. When the momentum is high, we could see that the market to come further lower here. Now the current lower time frame support is here. Breaking below of this, we can look for a possible buy here in that market. Testing VWP, a pullback nowadays for entry. Yeah, this is what you see, that you can see the market now. On my chart, this is 20, 50 and 100 EMA. For some reasons TMA isn't visible. It should be visible probably, to make sure that your date, like if you double click here, look at the input areas, so make sure it's the length is 10, and sometime the color, so if your chart color and the EMA color is same, probably you won't see that, otherwise should be visible. You're always welcome. Thank you. Little bit of more patience that today we are looking at, and as of this one here, this is a one single breakout, and from this support it's a straight, as we discussed, from this support to the daily high, approaching the daily high, and with this approach to the daily high here, the market is moving towards that daily resistance line. there is no sign of entire breakup structure here. The market is almost to the daily high, so we are preparing for that bullish or the buying pressure here. As if you look at XAUUSD, now this 315 minutes candle was significantly bullish, right? That means that there is a stronger buying pressure has happened during this period, right? So that means the buyers are interested in this market, and the market has a high potential for going back to the upside here in that market. Okay, so the trend continues, and we see that there is, if we look at here also how the current fundamental news. All right, so you see that there are some kind of movement on gold now towards the downside after this significant move. And 1 hour candle, if you look at here, this market already has had a significant bounce back to the upside. Now any pullback here, we might see a narrow zone that we can look for entry, as this is now coming to break the structure. We want to see that the market has dropped well below. This is the 5 minutes candle also closing after this green candle. Now this drop, we can consider it two ways. One is the reversal and coming down to the low. The other one is it is a pullback and then to enter buy, because the market has already made significant amount of movement to the upside. We are looking at here in this market to see where the price action is heading. we'll be seeing that one candle is closing on the 1 hour, which is from this support a reaction back to the upside, and that might take the price potentially further to the upside here. And from the 30 minutes also you can see it's on the support, and I'm looking at now for the price to test and then to potentially return back again to the upside here. All right, so this is a break obstruction. I'm preparing for a possible entry, but you want to see further confirmation before you look for that entry here. You want to see that the market has shown significant if you look at of this level here now, and if it is breaking below, getting the rejection back above, we will be looking for buy entry for at least 200 pip potential move. Otherwise, there is a 5 minutes. This is an extended fair value gap. The market could drop down here for this extended fair value gap here. And still not a very So in the 1 hour candle closing, maybe a little spike down to 70 to 78 area, 77 area. Yeah, exactly. This is what with this candle close on 1 hour, we have 4 minutes to go. The market from here can drop for this pullback. Even we still have 3 minutes for this candle to close, and after the candle close, the market may bounce back to the upside. This is the 30 minutes price action that you can see. This is one way. Another way is entirely to drop well below here, forming a double bottom, and then to reverse again back to the upside. Now it created this sideways consolidation with a narrow zone in that area. Do you prefer to buy pullback with gold or go long rather than short? I would look still for going long once the market has done enough false breakout in that direction. So if you look at here, you see that drop sideways market. All right, so this is a narrow zone. So if this price, maybe volatility and session will open 3 minutes. Yes, that volatility, if it breaks below like that, and then to go long, that's gonna be the best potential entry. Doesn't mean that it's gonna always happen in that way, but that's called the trading plan. So you always have to have a plan, and it doesn't have to match exactly. So if you look at here, we had a plan that from this support we will be going long. The market, before we come to that, it reversed. So if we looked at that entry that we did yesterday as well, it could be a big winner, but that's fine. Here is also, you have a plan. You want to see the market to break this low below and then to bounce back up. Now it's moving up of this level here now. So yeah, so you can see that that might bring or bounce. It reverses of this level. Didn't break below, it bounced back to the upside here. Now don't forget to leave like, support on the channel, and this is a great content. Thank you for the call. Yes, absolutely, traders. And also don't miss out to join all links. You can find link below this video. We do have the mentorship program where you can learn and grow as a trader with me, that I'm coming on live every single day. Join the free Telegram for regular updates, and also you have the premium group, also complete academy, where I'm trading every single day, sharing all my trade with entry, stop loss and take profit target including the automated system, that the robots that I'm trading. Probably you guys have seen that some of the trades that I have shared. And we are currently running 2 stunning robots that trading on autopilot. And the premium members are able to access this robot currently. So you can find also the website link below this video to join the mentorship, where you can learn and grow as a trader. And everything that I have gained knowledge since I began my trading is also recorded in the website in a lesson format, where you can learn, access and grow as a trader. So here with the live session, along with the trades that I'm opening, also I'm sharing with the tools that I'm using. You guys also can able to access them, and that will give you everything to progress as a trader. There is a lot to learn to become a professional trader, and also it's simple. Once you learn everything, it's gonna be just, you know, buy and sell. Before you learn, it might get a little bit of complicated, because there is a lot of factors that you need to consider. There is coming up news. Okay, so should you be opening position? Is there is a news here, weekend opening, right? And also what time you should be trading, what time you shouldn't be trading, right? Don't trade just once the market open in the weekend, just before the market close. These are the times not to trade. As soon as the news release, high impact, no trade. Low volume session, try to avoid. Trading, best trading time is before session open, 10 to 15 minutes till the session open. Past 10 to 15 minutes that session. All right, so that's gonna give you the best trade setup during that time period. Combining with the price action, sentiment, as well as the fundamental. And you can trade anything, like, you know, you're looking at the XAUUSD, you can look at dollar yen. Okay, so I do open position on dollar yen as well. You can look at the DXY, how the market is doing. BTC USD. Right, so this instrument as well currently in a trend. Euro dollar, little sideways, but you might see that opening up again, the trend here. All right, going back to the, this is it's a little bit of quite a few lines here, that basically the levels that we looked at for the entry. All right, so a break of this support now. Let me delete the levels again. Looking at the fresh perspective, this is what I call the beginner mindset. Now we just looked at the chart again, because the market is constantly changing, right? There is always, you know, new candlestick pattern, and the market structure changes. Just a minute earlier, how the market was, in just a matter of a minute, it might entirely change. And that's what the market is, unpredictable. Okay, so this is the nature of this universe as well, unpredictable, right? Welcome. Liquidity or seller. There might be selling pressure as well because the market has reached, if you look at the 4 hour, this is why you look at the higher time frame. This is a now range possible here in this market. Look at this intraday high and low. You see long week, drop, drop, drop. So series of lower high, and it's maintaining that smooth trend line. It reached that high. The level that we looked at was the best zone to go long. Now this market now could range a little bit here. This might be even sell off again back below, or may reverse again back above. So now for us to go long, we want to see as deep in as possible. Thank you very much. So see, this is a false breakout, right? If this one was in this direction first, you would go long. This is how to look at the market. You see how you can see what to do next. Let me tell you again. When we were here, what we are planning, and that will give you an understanding of next move. See, when the market was here, we were planning that if this market breaks below, we will be going long here, right? This is what you do. If the market drop here and form a smaller candle without even forming this, we will go long because it didn't break this high. There's an imbalance here, chances for going up. Now what the market did here is that it first broken above. Now because it has broken above here, now dropped, so it have now momentum from here. So there is a chance for in that direction. And this is what it's doing here. So it was down 3% on my chart. Daily XAUUSD as well down. Silver, they normally follow each other. If you see that gold is down, silver also potentially be down. I'm trapped in a sell and buy trade. I mean, so you put potentially both directional trade. If you are trapped, I would say that if you're not sure, probably the close in a minimum loss. I'm not sure what strategy applied, but usually the best strategy is that taking the closing the trade as low as possible. Bears are in control, so I would suggest looking for sell until Tuesday low and Wednesday low is broken. Otherwise, we are overall neutral this week. For gold, I wouldn't still be considered neutral. There is a potential for more because if you look at this pin bar, the previous weekly pin bar is hedging can get messy. Yeah, hedging might get if your strategy is based on a hedge, yeah, you can look at. But I would say that if you hedge like without plan, that might get messy. Some of the trade that probably for those who are in the academy, if you have joined our chat group for the hedging trade that we are opening. So this is if you have a system that can hedge, that's the best way to do that. All right. Now, I have also, changed my strategy. Some of the system that can help me to stay up to date with the current, I would say, the updates in this 2026. Now, if you guys looked at in the academy, that now some of our trade that uses hedging, that increased our probability to grow much higher. So you can hedge automatically. If you look at the martingale, it also hedges, but it trades against the trend, right? There are many kinds of hedging, but you can hedge if you have a strategy that reduces the risk. Okay. For example, I hedge my trade in a way that can reduce my probability of going very high risk, right? At the same time, in trading, it's very, very delicate. If you look at, okay, you need to optimize it to the best possible. Now, looking at daily here, again, we are coming back to this zone here. This is support level. Okay, the first few minutes, we see there is a complete breakup structure here in that area. Now, looking for entry. Let's see here. There is a drop from the intraday from 4-hour chart that you can see it drop again back below. So the market might range here for a bit of extended period of time. Therefore, any deep down here can be an opportunity to go long. I'm still looking for potential entry in that way. And the price, if you look at this support, was not tested here, right? So this is why the market now eventually feeling that imbalance again. If it penetrated here back below and then could go up, we could see that bigger move because it left that liquidity in that area. So liquidity means that order, right? The buyers and sellers order. You need to be able to tolerate large drawdown for martingale. Yes, so if you have a bigger account and then you risk it a very small, sometimes it goes a long way, right? So it depends on how you want to trade. But the best way to trade, in fact, is with the trend. That's why every strategy so far I trade with the trend. That gives me always more than 50% edge when I'm trading, because trading with the trend will give you always a better edge in the market. Right here is where you're looking long week. So we see there is a 15 minutes candle close again from this resistance. Here is the move. I'm looking for here, if you look at this zone that you can see, it is a liquidity sweep here in that area, and that might bring that market back below. Here's the move. The market is showing that pattern, and you guys ready for that entry? Here I'm looking to see that the market to show some kind of a reversal here. Now this is a key level that you can see here. here's the move. Then if you look at here, that the market is in that area that we are looking at now. It left that significant imbalance in that zone here, and with this imbalance, once we see the market has shown the price action properly, we are looking for the price to break that low. Okay, so how many pip here if we look for short term? The market is trend is bullish. I hesitate to look for reverse, like the trading against the trend. How much is it? Okay, welcome. Look, the VIP, it's almost 95% off. It's nothing in comparison with what we are having here. Okay, it's a one-stop learning as a trader. Either you are trading currency, gold, instrument, or even anything that it's an universal learning center here. You can access everything that you need to become a consistently profitable trader. However, it also will depend on your willing to learn and grow as a trader, which is very important to look at. Are you willing to learn and grow as a trader? So yes, if you are in that journey. Now, are you going to take a trade against the trend here? Come on. Are you considering? Let's have some music, and then coming up news. Otherwise, I would look to sell here. All right, so there is a potential selling pressure, and the news is coming in 7 minutes. The spike could be down. Now, if you looked at my previous small shorts video that I have posted, this is what I discussed. That if you see the market is breaking out opposite direction of this is the local trend here. So the breakout here, opposite direction of this local trend in this 15 minutes. We are talking about not 1 minute, because there is a confusion for the trend direction, right? The chances here for the news, which way I'm posting a poll here. What is your bias with this spike? Okay. I posted a poll here to see what the majority of the members are thinking in that area. Now here is potential sell in that area here. Okay, that's a good question. So that's a good observation. I see gold as bullish. News should give us some juice, but price probably won't move much till NY volume in the next hour. One. I think there is a potential for a move because of the upcoming two. If you look at the news and look at the news here, there are some kind of red folder news coming. So the potential for move is still higher, and there was a move. Now it's on a consolidation, right? The longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. That's how the market moves. So today's market, if you look at so far, have a narrow volatility. That means that usually if you see that there is a higher volatility in Asian session, in NY session it drops a little bit. But now the other way around. Change it. Going to some. Okay. And so in less than a minute there is news. Have you guys talked about for the pool? I say bearish 53%. Okay, I would say that in the next 1 minute there are more members pressing that buy sell. So with the news come up, we are looking at that entry here. No more yet. What's the data? So the forecast was 217k. Come on, nothing is coming up yet. Has the market reacted? Yeah, so it's coming down here. How about the DXY is reacting to that data? So it's broken below. Now $212K, which is comparatively positive than what was forecast, so less than forecast. News good for gold, right? Yeah, so With the news, DXY might get a little bit to the upside here. Now, good, bad, we will say only in terms of the volatility, isn't it? Because if the market drops, also you can trade. If the market goes up, also you can trade. So both directional bias is okay, as long as it's going in the direction that you want to trade. Right now, here is with this break below. It's a circular pattern formation here. Can you provide more information regarding what VIP membership offer, please? This is the news positive for gold. Yes, so you can see that there is a news positive for DXY, which is showing some upside here. Gold might have a little bit of pullback here. Now, this is, if you look at the overall news, I think the market is waiting for this here, something that, especially the sentimentally, how the market will do. The current data is, if you look at, may not give a bigger move, but with the upcoming session, the market might correct itself for a little bit of more directional bias. News good for DXY. Okay. Yep. So in the VIP membership, all right. So if you guys own the premium, that means in the VIP membership, it's a lifetime access to the website dashboard where all the courses, trading tools, strategies, as well as trade setup. On the premium Telegram group, where I'm sharing every single day all my trades, along with day-to-day trade updates that I'm sharing in the group. So trade breakdown, any trade that I'm opening, also I'm breaking down to explain the trade. And exclusively, if you are in the academy, if you are there, also you could access my automated trading system. That means that the expert advisor that I'm trading at the moment, right, with multiple features in it. So you have two significant robots that we are running. Also, you'll be able to access them if you're in the academy. Chat group where you can ask questions. So this is what a trader needs, right? Education, live trade setup, trading tools. The rest is trading psychology that you can develop over time. So while you're learning, also you'll be able to see day-to-day trade breakdown, where you'll learn that how I'm opening the trade, and you can ask question if you need any time. To join the VIP program, you can directly find the first link below this video. Visit the website and then just click join now button. Check your email for the login detail, and then you can log into the website for all the information that you need. It's the simplest way to get involved in learning to trade. Visit the website, click join now button, and then check your email for the website login and be part of the trading community where you can learn and grow as a trader. Alright, so here is now the daily market. Okay, from this support we can see that it bounced back here from these 20 exponential moving averages. This is a long wick here. Today's patience limit a little higher, right? In fact, it is, because I don't want to get caught up a trade that may not go in my favor. Rather, I don't trade it. That's what trading is. Ask yourself always, what are the reasons that you should not be taking the trade, so that you can pick the high quality trade all the time. And that is the secret of becoming a trader. Every single day we are opening 1-2 trades in this live session, but today we haven't got it. Here I was looking at an entry, but it didn't give me the chance. It happens. Don't experience FOMO. FOMO is the biggest reason why traders lose money. Focus on learning. That's where you start to become better and better as a trader. Here is what we can see, the market slowly building its momentum. Okay, when people join the premium, do you send them link to the website, dashboard, etc.? Do you have a Discord? Alright, so as soon as you join, you will receive all your login detail on your email. Of course, it's automated, fully automated. So as soon as you join, you can receive the email directly to receive on your email for accessing the website dashboard. In the dashboard, all trading tools information as well as courses available for you to learn and grow as a trader. Okay, is this the path of least resistance, right? You can get access to that directly from your email. Visit the website, click join now button, and check your email. Get access to the course detail and the premium group. With this long wick candlestick pattern, this is a long wick doji here that you can see in that area. So market up. Thank you for the question. Okay, so market up. Look, this is the market here creating a false breakout from the resistance line here. All right, so that okay, so here there is a possibility for now to fill that imbalance that it created in the first move. So we had our previous trade, probably now today a bit different. So okay, someday little different. That's our trading, guys. This is what makes you as a trader. Okay, and we are looking at Amito. Interesting. Okay, so here if you look at this zone, this is a bearish engulfer. Now if you look at here, tomorrow coming core PPI and PPI. This is another big news coming later tomorrow. Okay, so if you look at traders here, the market showing that after this break above, as we discussed during the news time of this level, the market could break below here, right? So with a long wick doji, this is a pretty long wick doji here, and with this long wick doji, with this bearish engulfer, market has created a significant downtrending market structure in that area. And with this downtrending market structure, if you look at here, price may break that low, right? So if you look at here, it's creating significantly downtrending market structure here, may bring that market here back below. Now with the upcoming session here, I'm looking at for this market to give us a potential an entry. Now if you looked at every single day, you open quite a few trades, but today so far I'm still on search of the trade setup that I'm looking at, because rather I look for the best one or not at all. And as we are going towards the next session coming up, as an annual session start, and also tomorrow coming a PPN, and it's gonna be big week, guys, so don't miss out any update that also will be posting later today. At the moment I'm still on watch of the market to see where is the best entry comes in. And by the way, also I'm at the end of this session, but at the same time not end of the trading day, so I still be trading, posting update and sharing the group. So if you are in the group, then make sure you keep update, keep eye for all the updates that I'm posting that will scale up your learning and growing as a trader. And if you have subscribed already here, then don't miss out tomorrow's live session, as Friday and Monday are the best day that I trade. Make most out of it. Ready for the Friday? It's there, coming up shortly. It's already started here Friday, I think, in my zone. So let's close this week, the biggest one again. We had a big move this week, very high win rate, and I want to keep that on for the next day as well, so that we can close the week the highest win rate. And that being said, let's keep trading for fun and also learning to become a consistently profitable trader. Take a plan for the next 5 years to quit everything and retire only trading, right? With the most updated and using the latest trading tools. Here is everything available for you to become a trader. So don't miss out any part of this video. Scale down, step down below this video for all the links that might be beneficial to you. Thank you for joining. I'll see you again very soon, shortly after, with another live session. Until then, stay well, stay happy.